Hello friends, I'm twirling through Bookstagrammer and the link for my page is given in the description box. Today, once again, I'm here with my new video. And if you like the content, do subscribe, like, share and comment. So today I'm here to talk about Anand Neelkantan. He is one of my favorite author when it comes to Indian mythological fiction books. He follows the style of telling stories based on the perspective of antagonist or you can say supporting characters of a larger work. So let's talk about few of his books. First, I'll start with Asura. This is his debut novel, and I also read this one. Like, is my first read as far as his books are considered. This novel is Asura, the Tale of Venkist. It is the story of Ravana. Now, you might say there are many books about Ravana. So, what's so special about this one? Yeah, there are many books about Ravana, but this is the book which is from the point of view of Ravana. What exactly Ravana has to say about himself. Like since years we have been hearing about Rama and Ravana, and every time Rama is the Lord and he resides in our heart and he is the symbol of goodness, but Ravana is always considered as evil. He is a symbol of evil. In Dashera, during Dashera, when Ravana is killed, and we say that it is the victory of goodness over the triumph of goodness over evil. So why is so that Ravana is considered as evil? What Ravana has to say when he's told that you are the like you who was a most like knowledgeable person, who was considered as one of the most literate person, who was a source of knowledge to many people. Why are you considered as the symbol of evil? So if you want to know what exactly Ravana has to say about himself, then don't miss to read Asura, the Tale of Venkist, the story of Ravana and his people. And I'm sure once you go through this book, once you listen to the point of view of Ravana, your views about Ravana will definitely change. So the next book of Anand Neelkantan, which I am really fond of, is Ajaya, the Epic of Kaurava clan. Ajaya is the roll of the dice. Now this is again one of his best work. This is the first part in Ajaya series. Ajaya is the saga that narrates Mahabharata from Duryodhan's point of view, who is the lead protagonist. Duryodhan's real name was Suyodhan. I don't know how many of you know this thing, that Duryodhan's real name was Suyodhan, but I was not aware of this till I read this book. And I was surprised to find that Pandavas used to call him Dur instead of Su. Dur means the person who doesn't know how to wield power or arms. So once you will read this book, you will get shocked by many such aspects which you have never heard. Like again the same thing I'll repeat, that since years we have always considered Duryodhan as a villain, and Pandavas and Arjun, Yudhishthir, everyone as a hero, but we never thought and we never tried to find out what Duryodhan has to say. Nobody is born as a villain since birth. So what was the cause? What was the reason behind his behavior? If you want to know what exactly was the life of Duryodhan, then don't miss this book, Ajaya, the Epic of Kaurava clan, book 1. This is the part 1 of Ajaya series. So the next book which falls in this category is the Rise of Kali. Rise of Kali is the second part of Ajaya, the Epic of the Kauravas clan, and this is Rise of Kali, Duryodhan's Mahabharata. The story of Mahabharata starts from this one, part 1, and it continues in part 2. The war portion is depicted mainly in the part 2. Now, once you will read this book, you will find that in this book there is a debate between the great minds about dharma and adharma. As the Pandavas claim the Hastinapur throne, the Kaurava prince Suyodhana rises to challenge Krishna. You know, after reading this book, this version of Mahabharata, you can say, I felt that it is not only plausible but also strongly possible, whatever the author has written in this book. This book made me rethink about so many things, like about the doubts which we had, and we never questioned anybody. We always followed whatever our elders or our ancestors they told us about Mahabharata, about Duryodhan, or about Pandava, or about Kaurava. We never asked anything because these are our epics and we never questioned them. But definitely you can like you should know the perspective of other person also. We have always studied, or we have always heard the story from the point of view of a single person, from the point of view of like Pandavas only. We never try to find out what exactly Kauravas they have to say. So if you will read this book by Anand Neelkanthan, Ajaya, the epic of Kaurava clan, and the rise of Kali, Duryodhana's Mahabharata part 1 and part 2, definitely you will come to know many things about Pandavas and Kauravas, many such aspects which we have never heard of. So this much for today. I hope you like this discussion about the books written by Anand Neelkanthan. I would definitely suggest Anand Neelkanthan to each one of you who is interested in Indian mythology, because the way he writes is it's very unique, and especially the presentation, the narration from the point of view of another person, from the point of view of the antagonist, it entirely changes your narration, and it can changes your perspective, how you start thinking. So if you like the content, do share, like and comment. Don't forget to subscribe.